All right, so 50-yard freestyle, 4 of them every 5 minutes, and paddles. And the rule is really, of course, this thing doesn't work for me. I don't know what the hell that's about. Let's see if it works. There we go. So basically, the usual, we see it's another pool. We see the time there. We'll write it down here. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe we hit 22. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find. I really don't know. I know the last one's probably a 24. But the first 3 are 23s, and we'll compare it to what it was last time I did it, so if there's any improvements. And again, the rule is my foot has to be, I'm not diving since we have paddles. The rule is what happens, let's see here. I still have to have my foot on it before it reaches off. So let's see if it's a good dive. I can push off just to compare it. Look at that booty. But the point is, let's see, am I? Okay, so it turns 0 right here. So let's write that down. 32,907. And really, we could have pushed off. No, this is very good. This is a good push off because that would have been, yeah. So that's a good push off. We'll count that as a great push off. And then it's going to be, I don't know. It's a pretty good push off. So unfortunately, that means we don't have any subtractions here. We can see me kind of coming in. There's some water spraying up there. This guy is looking at me, looking at the camera or something. I think, oh no, look at that. I don't know. Holy shit. Does that count? That's not a 22. Okay, now that's not or that's not a touch yet, but that's a touch. No, I'm already bending my arm. That is a fucking touch. That is 55,888. Okay, we're going to count that as basically a 22.9. I'm sorry, but that is, so let's see, 22,907. That's, no, we're counting that. That is it. Sorry, that's hit the wall, right? Okay, we can see that's a 22. We got it. Okay, I think we're going to count that. Now, I would subtract or add based on the push, but that was a good push off the wall. That's how we like to count it here. So that's basically a 22.9-ish. Like, that's really on the hair there, but I'm counting that as a 22.9. So this is the first time we have on camera a 22 from me. Now, it's paddles and blah, blah, blah. That's a 22.9. You know, I'm very happy with this. This is the first time it's just that under 23, and we can actually say it's under 23. First time ever, right? So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I was also in the steam room a little bit. I probably had too much to eat before, but this is good. This is good. All right, so first one, we're going to call this a 22.9. It's still 22.9.99 probably. We don't have the technology to measure that, but no, it's there. It is under 23. I'm sorry, this is under 23. So that's good. We do have it under 23. We really do. So that is a first. That is amazing. Let's see. This one might have been a slow thing. The older guy got out and somebody else got in. That's also very exciting. But let's see here. All right, so let's see here. Where are my feet? So, oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Well, is it? So it's right. Yeah, so it's right. We're gonna add a 0.1 to it maybe because it's just not right. You know, if that was where the 0 was, but my feet are, yeah. So we're going to count that as a plus. Yeah, we're going to add a +1 to it. And where did we touch off here? We'll count this as the starting point and then add a 0.1 at the end. 36,757. All right, let's watch the clock here. 22, 21-ish. All right, you can kind of see the waves actually a little bit frothing here. 21, 22. You can see a little bit of splash already here. And, no, I don't think we're going to make it, no. Okay, you can see the 23 change over here. 779, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, and then, let's see, Unfortunately, I still do this thing where I just like stop myself. I just like go like this instead of just, because again, there's no timer. We're just, but I kind of slow myself down that way, you know? Like you can see the speed going here and it should hit like right there, but then I just like swoop up to touch like that, just, and it's like, yeah, that's not gonna work. That sucks. That's a bad finish. Yeah, that's the anticipate the, yeah. Yeah, that sucks. And I can't, we can't see it. So it's somewhere right here. Let's say it's a 944. If it wasn't for this slow ass finish, it probably would have just touched here. 8-7. So let's call this a 23-2, 23-3. Even with the +1 there, let's say a 23-3. That's not too bad. But yeah, that was not a good finish. So that's a shame. Well, how was the finish on this one? Let's see. How amazing was the finish on this one? If there was a good finish. Let's see. On the first one, the finish. No, that's a decent finish. That's a decent finish. Again, let me slow myself down is really obnoxious. But, okay, so let's call that a 23-3, even with the +0-1. All right, so let's see here. How's the push-off? Okay, this one was, again, a little fast here, but let's see how fast. Ooh, that's ugly. Yeah, that is... The 0 was on the 4-8. Yeah, we're going to count that as a +1, and we're going to count it from here. Yeah, from here. So we'll do a +0-1, 39,359, and then we'll do to 20. I think this was still a 23, even with the penalty on there, but we'll see. Yeah, that's not too bad. 20. This is where it switches over. 460. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's correct. Oh man, I can't see it. That 691. 691. So that would be +3 23-4. Let's say. Also, kind of not the best finish, but there we go. So, yeah, 23-4, even with the little penalty there, that's fine. Let's see. I think this one was a 24. Just how 24 it is, we'll see, I think, because we'll see the push-off as well. Let's see how the push-off is okay. Okay, that's actually a slow push-off because this is where it starts, and we are nowhere near off the wall. So, 40.298 is where it starts, and then when we actually push off is 4.3. That's fine. I mean, it's probably a tenth of a second. Despite the fact that I only have the clock to go on and just, I'm really off by a tenth of a second either way, really. So I'm actually pretty surprised that these are actually pretty close to where I want it to be. I want to have my feet still on here at 0, but again, we're off by, again, here yeah, it's, right, this is where 298, and then, yeah, it's less than a tenth, really, so we're not going to count that as anything, especially if it's early. So that's fine. Right. Yeah, I don't know, 23. Yeah, I was slowing down on this one. You can see very little turbulence. You finally start to see some water here. Oh, there we go. So that is 24 right there. 27 exactly. Yes, 270. And then we'll see. I'm doing that thing where it's like going up again, but that's fine. That is 567. Let's call that a 3-ish. 3. Yeah, let's call that a 24, 2, or 3. But yeah, I was kind of tiring out on that one for sure. Now, so that's basically pretty good. A 22.9 or just under 23. That's pretty good. The first one was good. The second one was okay. The third one was still pretty good. But yeah, that first one was pretty good. So let me see if I can find it. When was the last time that I did this? Paddles, I did here. All right, so the results were 23-1, 23-7, 23-7, 23-9, 24 and a half. So yeah, 23-1 is probably the best we got. So we're going to call this a 22-9. And yeah, so that is inching towards something better every day. And that's right. So yep, that's it. 22-9, 23-3, 23-4, and 24-3. And again, I am pretty happy with how I was able to kind of push off at the right time on all of these by basically a tenth of a second. None of them were that slow. None of them were that fast. So, you know, push off the wall. So that's good. You know. Oh, there was something cool on the first one. I think the water hit it. The camera. Like that, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that was fun. I splashed the camera, but anyway, so that was fun. So yeah, that's it. It's fun to see the exact numbers here. I think it helps me go a little faster and take it more seriously. 22-9, and that's really my whole practice. Every few days I do a paddle thing. Every few days I do without paddles and with a dive. Sometimes I might do a kick set. I don't know the last time I did breaststroke because I'm not even that fast at it. But this is pretty good. 22-9 with paddles. I like it. And again, no dive. Right, so 22-9 is really good. I like it. And that's it. First time under 23 for sure. There we go.